Hi, Tricia here. This video is all about the Daniel Smith's paints. I've got 12 of them here, and 8 of them are from the PrimaTek range. I know some people love these paints, so I'm just going to do a quick sampler of each paint and see how they work. Right, let's get ourselves started. So you can see here I've got this little sampler sheet. I'll put a little link in the comments so that you can download your own, but I made this one myself. I cut out a stamp and I've just stamped this onto watercolour paper. Yes, I printed this onto 300 gram watercolour paper, and I've written the names of the paint in already, and so I will go through each of these, but I forgot to put these little lines in here, and I'm just putting some lines across each of the boxes here. Just so we can test the translucency of the paint. So hopefully when I paint over this, we'll see whether we can see these lines through or not. I'll give it a go anyway. I'm just using it's a waterproof pen here. It's just one of the Tiki-Graphic Rotring, I think it is, Rotring Tiki-Graphic pens. To draw the lines on here. The brush that I've got here is a squirrel brush. It's just quite a small one. It holds a lot of water though, so I'm going to put each one out, and in the first box I am going to just put just a flat wash in there of not quite the concentrated paint straight from the tube. I'm going to actually add a little water there to slacken it up, but regular thickness of paint. And then in the second box I am going to add you can see here at the top, and I'm just going to wash down, see, so we can see what it's like. The PrimaTek paints are supposed to be granulating, so I want to test that as we come down. Okay, I'm going to start speeding this up in a bit, but I'm going to tell you what I've got. Right, so I've got 12 tubes of paint altogether. They're all Daniel Smith paints. I have got 2 regular paints, which are these two, which are extra fine Lunar black and extra fine titanium white. I have to say, these are 2 colours of paint that I wouldn't normally buy at all. First off, I would never normally buy a white in watercolour, and the same again, I wouldn't normally buy a black in a watercolour. So it's quite interesting to try these out and see what they actually do and whether it's really worth getting them. Then the next 2 are the luminescent paint, luminescent Aztec Gold and a luminescent Pearlescent White, which is actually a silver colour. It's quite sparkly. Okay, so the colours that we have got, so these are the next 2 rows of colour, okay, and I'm just going to go through them now. So they've all, the names end with genuine. I did read somewhere that they were true pigments, and that's why they're genuine, but I'm going to miss that bit off anyway. So the first one is Hematite Genuine, okay, which is a black, then Sodalite, which is a very deep blue colour, Amethyst purple, a Bloodstone, which is quite a browny sort of very deep sort of browny red colour, then Hematite, I think that's how you say it, which is like a very, I would say more like a blood red, then Mayan blue, which is a fabulous blue, green Apatite, and Serpentine, which is a lighter green. The actual colours are quite strong colours in the initial wash, in the first box. Most of the paints create quite a sort of strong, bold colour, which is really nice. As far as granulation goes, right, the Hematite, definitely granulated. The Sodalite has got a slight granulation. The Amethyst, can't say it granulated much. The Bloodstone, not especially. The Hematite, I wouldn't say it granulated, but it has split into a nice colour. The Mayan blue, not granulated at all. The green Apatite, sort of, I mean it has split, and the Serpentine, sort of. Here's a close-up so you can have a good look. You get a really nice sparkle on those luminescence, that's for sure, and you can see how translucent the colours are. I would say that Aztec Gold actually was not as brilliant when you added water to it. You see there's that Hematite, that Sodalite. It's a great colour. It's not black, it's a blue, but I mean I will use this loads. The Bloodstone looks quite black there actually, but it's not as black as that, but it is quite browny. And probably that Serpentine at the end there, I think I could have probably used that a little bit thicker on my first tester. Okay, so it's up to you how you want to do this, but I mean you could totally leave it just as a sheet, but I thought I might make it into a nice little tester card. So I'm just cutting this up into strips now, and I'm going to use my cutting mat here. I'm just going to score down here, just using, it's quite a blunt knife, it's almost a spatula type of thing, but it's got an edge to it. So I'm just going to score down each of the sections so that I can fold it in a concertina. And this tiny extra little bit at the edge here is where I'm going to glue them all together. So you'll see in a second, I'm sure. So this is just a glue stick I'm using here just to glue the paper together. Trying to keep them in the same order that I painted them, otherwise I'm going to get myself confused. I'm just going to concertina fold, so forwards, backwards, all along those score marks. Just disappeared out of camera view, just so sorry about this. I'm so concentrating on what I'm doing and trying to fold them neatly so that it doesn't go wobbly. I keep forgetting that you might need to see it. Quite nice. Look how small that folds up. So I'm going to keep that to one side, and I can just check my colours. Really useful little tester booklet there. I'm not sure if this is a great example of how well they granulate, because I'm not sure that they did as much as I hoped, or maybe that is a good example of how well they don't granulate. I'm not sure. They're interesting colours, they're nice strong paints, that's for sure. They're a good quality watercolour, there's no doubt in that. I hope you found this useful in how to make a little sampler of your watercolours, so definitely go ahead and get your own paints out and make yourself a little sampler. Do share it, I'd love to see it. Pop over to my website and share it on my student chat room. Don't forget, you can download the template for this in the comments below, and thank you for watching to the end of the video. I really appreciate it.